The wealth management landscape is changing at an immensely high speed. Clients are evolving. They are getting more tech savvy and as a result are becoming more independent decision makers. Hence, solutions must be personalized and tailored, and they must be able to value add, else they will risk losing clients who can make their own basic decisions. The client base is also expanding due to rapidly growing affluence caused by a rise in intergenerational wealth transfer in the coming years. Hence, there is a pressing need to digitalize wealth management processes and offerings to stay relevant. We need to offer convenient one-stop solutions which can address all aspects of a client's financial health. With a rapidly expanding clientele base, we must also allow for virtual onboarding processes to reduce the bank's burden of meeting demand through RM hirings. Therefore, our solution is a mobile app named DBS Virtual RM, a one-stop financial planning and wealth management platform. Ladies and gentlemen, we are HMK Solutions, and this is our solution.
So let's first take a look at what our competitors are offering. As seen here, our three identified competitors are UOB Privilege Banking, HSBC Premier and Jade, and Standard Chartered Priority and Priority Private Banking. These are selected based on similar client segments to DBS Treasures. Firstly, UOB's portfolio advisory tools requires RM advisory to be onboarded. Hence, they do not offer a full DIY and virtual financial planning process. They only offer investment solutions as well. Similarly, HSBC Wealth Portfolio Plus requires RM advisory, as well as solely investment offerings. Lastly, the SC mobile app does not offer any financial planning journeys, and they only offer basic insurance products, which shows a limited range of insurance offerings.
So, what can we offer? Our solution replaces a physical RM with a fully virtual and comprehensive process. We also understand that protection is critical. It is also key to an RM's offering. Hence, our solution offers a comprehensive range of insurance products that are accessible to clients. Our app will also conduct a detailed fact-find process and a competent needs analysis to replicate an RM's expertise and allow us to implement tailored and bespoke solutions. Lastly, we must not forget the soft skills that an RM brings to the table. Our application will aim to replicate that as well. In summary, we will offer a full and comprehensive end-to-end journey, just like a physical RM. Most importantly, our solution is feasible, which will be critical for any bank given the fast-paced industry. It will also be secure, given the high level of compliance required from an industry governed by MAS. Now, let us introduce to you the 6-step financial planning process used by wealth management professionals. Establish relationship, gather information, analyze information, develop financial plan, implement financial plan, and finally, monitoring the plan. We will now use these 6 steps to illustrate the user journey in our application. Firstly, the client would have to download the application. Existing clients can log in with their existing user accounts with DBS. And new clients can also sign up via the application. This login process is protected by AWS Cognito. It allows our application's authentication process to be in line with industry standards. AWS Cognito is then linked to our backend framework, AWS Amplify. The next step will be to gather information, our fact-find process.
Here, we aim to gather their basic info for KYC procedures and bucket analysis to match like-minded individuals and create a community, replicating the soft aspects of an RM. The information gathered through this process will run through GraphQL, a query language, and is then stored in our database, which is powered by Amazon DynamoDB. We will also understand their cash flow situation to determine their affordability through our net worth and monthly cash flow surplus or shortfall calculator. This is represented through our real-time responsive analytical dashboard. This dashboard can be seen later. We will then ask questions regarding their financial goals and current holdings to determine their respective gaps in their insurance coverage. We will also request for information regarding their investments for analysis. Lastly, we will determine their risk profile through a risk assessment questionnaire. We then move on to analyze information, where we will first display a dashboard as seen here. We have 7 pillars in total, but let's begin with the insurance pillars of protection, retirement, savings goal, children's education, and general needs. A full comprehensive range of insurance offerings. In this dashboard, the client can view his or her insurance gaps, which we derived from the earlier fact-find process. Clicking into the insurance pillars will allow the client to view products recommended to him or her to bridge the gaps in the respective pillars. Clicking into each product will display key product information for the client's reference. Subsequently, the clients will be able to complete a DIY purchase via the app. However, as certain clients may be uncomfortable with a fully virtual purchase, they can seek assistance from a physical RM and complete the purchase in a hybrid format. Multiple products can be selected at once for ease of checkout. Clients will also be able to see our recommended premium amount and frequency to best meet their gaps. Although this can be altered according to the client's comfort level. Then, they can complete their purchase with their preferred payment method. Once the purchase is completed, clients will be able to monitor their purchase insurance products and submit claims along with relevant documents required.
Now, let's move on back to our dashboard to view investments. We will utilize DBS's current capabilities with DBS iWealth and DigiPortfolio. The client will be able to access these services by clicking into the investments pillar via our app. The client will be able to view key market insights from the Chief Investment Office and also information about his current personal investment holdings, which we derived from the initial fact-find process. A conservative investor with 70% of his holdings in equities will be overexposed to equities and will require rebalancing by acquiring more bond holdings. An overexposure to a certain geographical region will also indicate diversification needs. To do this, clients can fund their portfolio based on our recommended portfolios. Similar to the insurance process, they will be able to see our recommended funding amount and frequency to best rebalance their portfolio, although these can be altered according to the client's comfort level. Then, they can complete their purchase with their preferred payment method. Finally, clients can track their investment portfolio through key metrics like returns, volatility, and Sharpe ratio. They can also update their personal investment portfolios if there are any changes. These changes will then be reflected on the main page of the investments pillar. Finally, back to our dashboard, and for the final pillar, clients can click into programs. This will allow the client to view programs and events available to him or her and subsequently registering for them. Examples of programs include networking events according to their occupations and even client appreciation nights, which are critical to an RM's offering. As we are nearing the end of our presentation, I believe all of you are now familiar with the walkthrough of the app. We will now introduce the final feature, Zelda. Zelda is a smart NLP intent-driven bot that is ever present in our 6-step financial planning process. Ask any questions related to features in the application or general questions regarding financial terms, and the bot will reply with answers tailored to your needs. If there are any remaining doubts from the client, Zelda will understand the assistance requested is beyond its capabilities and pass the client over to the physical RM, automatically setting up a date for both parties to meet up. Ultimately, our app will still reduce the workload on RMs as key information and processes have already been done beforehand. The RM will simply just have to complete the sales process.
Now that you've seen how our app works, let's see how we can go further. Firstly, we propose a RM backend app where real-life, physical RMs can nudge and re-engage clients that have fallen out of the ecosystem, view the client's financial gaps to increase cross-selling opportunities for the bank. Technological compliance is also crucial, especially for highly regulated institutions like DBS. Their compliance to regulations like PDPA and MAS technological risk management guidelines, as well as to maintain the security of the data and systems, are crucial for their business continuity and excellence. Next, this application can be extended to personal banking and private banking clients for increased digitalization, where our product offerings can be altered according to the different products available to these client segments. Lastly, we can include children legacy programs for clients to sign their children up and learn about financial literacy, This will keep our clients within our bank as we prepare their family for intergenerational wealth transfer. With our feasible solution and comprehensive product offerings, we believe that this application will be the future of DBS Treasures Banking. Thank you, and we are HMK Solutions.